Is real estate wholesaling worth it? So the process I just
To learn more about real estate wholesaling and investing, please visit www.smartrealestatewholesaling.com, and for our Quick Start program, go to www.11dayschallenge.com.
is real estate wholesaling worth it? So the process I just showed you, this 5 steps right here, I mean, is it, it looks excruciating, but not really. It's actually simple, right? It's just like anything you do in life. Like if you get hired into a job, right? They give you a job description, and majority of the job description out there is a lot more complicated than what I just showed you than this, right? It's just they send you through training, and they said this is what you're going to be doing daily, and then you're going to make a few mistakes here and there, and then eventually the more mistakes you make, the better you become at the processes and learning how to successfully collect a check every Friday, right? So there's nothing really different here. It's the same thing, okay, except that this one is actually a lot simpler and a lot more rewarding. Okay, so here's what I always tell people: real estate wholesaling is a type of real estate investing. It's literally you finding the best deals. Like you're basically the source of deals into the real estate market. Like you are very, very at the beginning of the source of deals into the real estate market, into real estate market, because you are direct to seller. Okay, except maybe 2 states, Oklahoma and Illinois, maybe Ohio. You have about 50 different states, right, that you can literally take advantage of this opportunity. And even in all those other states that I said, is basically comes down to partnering with people that have all those required licensing or required regulations. Just partner with people, right? But it's really a marketing skill set, learning how to find these deals. Okay, so is it worth it? It's absolutely worth it. I'll tell you right now, for me, it's been 15 years since 2005. Sorry. It's worth it because, again, when the paydays are beautiful, right? The paydays, especially if you learn how to merge it with digital marketing, especially if you learn the art and the science of digital marketing, learning how to use Facebook, Instagram, Google, SEO, and things like that. If you learn how to use those things to target people that are already in this position online, or people that are already going to reach out to you because they need this help, it's absolutely worth it. Not to even add on to the fact that you can use this skill set in other aspects of life. Okay, so it's very, very important that you understand that process. Okay, once you understand that process, then it's about start from step one. So is it worth it? Yes, it's always worth it. And another question I always ask people, like, sometimes it's worth it to just go collect a paycheck on Friday, right? Of course, it's worth it because you get to pay your bills, you have some stability, right? And even if you want to start a new gig, you want to start a new side hustle or something like that, you need money, you need peace of mind from bills being paid, so that you can literally so that you can focus on the right processes and be able to be at peace of mind when you're learning this new skill set. Okay, so what I can tell you, like, okay, my highest payday is $82,000 from one deal. $82,000 may not mean anything to you, right? Maybe my average is $25,000 per deal, right? Maybe that doesn't mean anything to you. Some people I've gotten as low as $0 for one deal before, but got paid like $5,000 a few months down the line because the deal was going to fall apart, right? So was that payday worth it for me? It was, because I got to help a person that was facing pre-foreclosure save their property from going into foreclosure, and it was a good feeling knowing that at least I helped them out, and an investor got a property. I wasn't going to get paid. I basically thought I would never get paid, but then I got a call a few months down the line to, like, what's your address? We're about to send you a $5,000 check. Is it worth it? Like, really, really, honestly, at the end of the day, really is up to you to determine that. But I'm guessing if you're here learning how to invest in real estate, you already know it's kind of worth it if you can figure out how to just get these deals coming to your table. But what I can tell you is that the work involved is work, okay? For the most part, it's mental, especially if you plan on winning. It's not about how much physical work or labor that you can do. It's about learning marketing and learning how attention moves across the market, right? Because it's about attention. If you're going to do market, you need to learn how to capture the right attention in a cost-effective manner. Because if you're not very careful, you will waste a lot of money in the game on marketing in the wrong strategy, or driving around town wasting the wrong resources on the wrong strategies, and then you still won't close any deals. And that gets very expensive very quickly, especially if you don't have the proper value of your time, right? It can get very expensive. But the bottom line is that real estate wholesaling is a form of trade, right? You're trading off time in exchange for money, because you're saying, hey, I don't have $600,000 to invest in 2 properties with a chance that I could lose money without knowing what I'm doing. I'd rather just invest time and money, anything less than $5,000, in learning the skill set of finding deals. If I can find deals, then other people will pay me $5,000 over and over again for the rest of my life. Then it's worth it. Okay. Now, the other flip side of it is, like you say, you know what? I'm not too sure. I don't trust the game. So let me see if somebody is offering some kind of free training on YouTube somewhere, and then you go pay for that, and then you don't do anything. Because again, when you don't pay attention. It's not just you, it's myself, it's everyone else, right? If you don't pay attention. Anything that you didn't have to put in some kind of worthwhile resources, chances are you're not going to take it serious. You're going to give all kind of excuses, time, life happening and stuff like that, and why you won't take it serious. So it's a really, really broad question. For me, it's been worth it. That's why I'm still in the game 15 years later. But for you, is it worth it? That's a question that you get to ask yourself. So now it's not about the money. It's about what that money can do for you, if it can do anything extra for you. Will that allow you to have extra time with family? Maybe 3 months down the line, maybe 1 year from now, you can spend more time with your family. Is that worth something to you? If that's worth something to you, then absolutely. Then that's up to you again. If that money allows you to be able to spend some more time on some other kind of a passion project that you have, then is it worth something to you? Then it's worth something to you. If you've heard this long enough and you've gone through all the gurus in the world and you're like, oh, I don't know if it works, then maybe it's not worth anything to you. It's a really, really broad question, and it's a wild question that is really personal. For me, it's been worth it. I am guessing there's a good chance it's worth it for you if you're here hanging out with me and learning how to do this. But I'm going to tell you right now, it feels a lot better when you learn how to use today's technology to do the business. Okay, so if you're still cold calling, there's a good chance that you're going to get frustrated out of the process, and suddenly it's not worth it for you. Like Ola's $82,000 story is nothing, right, to you, because the process feels too excruciating, right? And you're like, you know what, it's not worth it, right? So the question is a little tricky. Okay, so hopefully you'll be enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.
To learn more about real estate wholesaling and investing, please visit www.smartrealestatewholesaling.com, and for our Quick Start program, go to www.11dayschallenge.com.